Hello, you're welcome to class for today. This is equivalent fractions. So we're going to be looking at this year 7 concept, finding missing ratio or finding equivalent fractions. So my student want to join the class right now. Yeah, and she's making a hell of nice. Serenity, how are you? Serenity, how are you? Can you hear me? How are you?
Coming.
You're coming. Yes, I know you're coming. I said, how are you? Are you thinking about how you are?
Yes, I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay. Okay. That's what I want to hear. So, this is your homework. Please send it to me right away so that we can get started. Okay.
I didn't get to do my homework. I was doing my schoolwork.
Hmm.
Why are you always
Serenity.
saying?
Serenity for 1 week. Come on. For one whole
Why are you
week.
laughing? No,
I
actually,
mean,
why are you laughing?
I
You're not
mean,
part of this lesson. Why are you here?
hmm.
Why are you laughing?
Hmm. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, doesn't mean you don't want
Yeah,
to be
but why?
doing your. Wait, wait. Doesn't mean you don't want to be doing your homework?
No, I want to, but I have lots of other homework to do at school. Since I was sick, I had a lot of homework to catch up on.
Okay. I didn't know about that. So, are you fine now?
Yeah. Annabelle, can you
Uh,
stop the air fryer, please?
but Annabelle, how come Annabelle was able to do her homework anyway?
No, because she wasn't sick. She went to school by then, so she didn't have a lot of homework to do.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. So I believe that if I give you homework today, you'll be able to do it
You get one.
before tomorrow, right?
Get two. Yes.
Okay,
Get two.
now let's look at part of this together. Then I'll give you some to try, okay?
Okay.
Please, I want you to really, concentrate. I know it's something you should be able to do on your own, but let's just look at it together. We'll compare the denominators because we have the denominators. Whenever we have the numerators, we compare them. But fortunately for us, we don't have any numerators that are common. So it's denominators we have all through. Okay. All of them,
Okay.
all through, we have denominators. So it's the same method we're using all through. But if we have some cases whereby we've been given the numerators here and we're looking for denominators, then we'll compare those numerators that we've been given. But this time around, all of these questions we're comparing all of the denominators. So what is the first denominator there? 5, then 10, then 15. Wow, it seems like multiple of 5, right?
Mm,
So 5
yeah.
times 2 gives us this, then that's 2 times 4. I mean, 2 times 2 is going to give us 4. Then 5 times 3 gives us this. That 3 times 2 is going to give us 6. So that looks pretty simple, okay?
Okay.
Because you can still reduce 2 here 2 and 2 here 5. Then you can still reduce the third one 3 here 2 and 3 here 5. So that settles it. The same thing for the second one. 5 times 3 gives this, then 3 times 3 gives 9. And 5 times 5 gives 25, then that 5 times 3 gives 15. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Then 9 times what will give me 18?
Two.
2. Then 2 times the 5 above, that's 10. Then 9 times what will give me 45? 9 times what will give me 45?
What? Wait.
9 times what will give me 45? That's
Okay.
9 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Then 6 times what gives 24?
What?
6 times 4. Then 4 times 1 is 4. 6 times 5 gives 30. Then 5 times 1 gives 5. Then 9 times 2 again. Then 2 times 4 gives 8. And this is 9 times 3, while that 3 times 4 gives 12. Is this clear to you? Is this clear, Serenity?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 times 6 is 24, then 6 times 1 is 6. 4 times 10 is 40, then 10 times 1 is 10. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 2 is 10. Then 7 times 3 is 21, 3 times 2 is 6. And 7 times 5 is 35, so 5 times 2 is 10. 12 times 3 is 36, okay? So 3 times 5 is 15.
Okay.
Then 12 times what will give me 60?
60.
12 times what will give me 60?
12 times 5.
12 times 5. So 5 times the 5 above it, that's 25. And 11 times 2, and that means 2 times this, is 2 times 6 is 12. So 11 times 3 gives 33. That means 3 times 6 is 18. So 15 times what will give you 60? 15 times what will give you 60? 15,
Check.
15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 2 should be 30. 15 times 3 should be what? You had 15 again. Then you had 15 again. So 15 times 4 is 60, okay? So 4 times 4 is 16. Then 15 times what will give 90? Let's continue. 15 times 5. Then if you add 15 again, you get 90, okay? That's 6. 15 times 6. Then 6 times 4 is 24. And the last question, 10 times 2 is 20, so 2 times 3 is 6. 10 times 3 is 30, so 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to give you some time to put down all of this correction. Then we'll look at more examples, okay?
Okay.
So viewers, that's my student there. Please subscribe to this channel that we're going to continue shortly. Thank you. This one, let's look at it together. And I'll be needing your contribution so that you can be involved in the solution. We have 2 over 3 equals to something over 5. What's the connection between 3 and 5? What do you multiply with? That's 5, right? Then 5 times 2 is what?
Okay.
That's 5 times 2 is what?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
So this one, 5 times what? 3. Then 3 times 1, 3. And this one, 2 times 3, right? Then 3 times
Yeah.
1. This one, 8 times what? 2. Then 2 times 3, 6. This one, 5 times what? 2. Then 2 times 4, 8. This one, 4 times what? 3. Then 3 times 3, 9. This one, 3 times 5, 8 is 15. So 5 times 1 is 5. And this one, 4 times what? 2. Then 2 times 1, 2. What about the other one? 8 times what? 3. Then 3 times 3 is what? 9. I need your responses,
9.
but if you don't respond on time, I will respond. So 6 times what? 2. 2 times 3? 6. Mhm. 3 times what? 3. Then 3 times 5?
15.
15. Good. 7 times what? 3. Then 3 times 3?
Wait. 9.
9. 9 times what? 3. 3 times 4? 12. Then 5 times what? 3. 3 times 8? 24. Okay, these are pretty simple. But I'm going to bring some other examples now that they're not that straightforward.
Wait,
You
you
need to.
glitched for.
What do you say? Are you saying something? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
before you write this down, let's look at More examples. Out of this, I will solve 2, then you take the remaining 4 as homework. Please listen carefully. 8 times, no, there is no whole number that you use to multiply 8 to give you 12. Or is there any? Is there any? Is there any whole number that will multiply 8 to give us 12? No, no. The same thing with this. 9 times something will never give me 12. So what can I do? Let's look at what we can do. You can firstly change this to a simpler version of this, okay? What can divide 6 and 8? That's 2. 2 here, 3, and 2 here, 4. Then you can compare
Okay.
this. You can compare this. So 4 times what will give me 12? That's 3. Then 3 times 3 is what? 9. So we can say 6 over 8 is now equal to 9 over 12. Because if I divide them down, let's say, if I'm going to, divide them by, I can divide this by 3, I'll get 3 over 4. Then I can divide this by 2, I'll get 3 over 4. Is that clear? Let me explain it again, okay?
Yep.
Let me explain it again because you're going to do the remaining 4 yourself as homework. So 8 times nothing whole number, it will never give me 12. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 2 is already 16, not 12. Is that clear? Is that clear to you?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
I decided to reduce these to maybe 2 divide these. I got 3 over 4. So I now compare this. 4 times what? Give me 12. That's 3. Then that 3 times what? Will give me
That is
3 times 3 is what? 9. So I got this. Let's do this one too. We can reduce this
snack.
to 1 over 3 because 3 here, 1, 3 here, 3. So 3 times what? Give me 12. That is 4. Then 4 times that 1 gives me 4. So I can say this is now equal to this because you can reduce this to 1 over 3 and you can also reduce this to 1 over 3. Then they are equal. Maybe I should do one more. 12 times nothing will give me this. Then I can reduce this to 1 over 4. Is that clear? So I can say 4 times what will give me 12? That's 3. Then 3 times 1 is going to give me 3 here. So this is 1 over 4, and this is 1 over 4, and this is 1 over 4. Is that clear now? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to allow you to write these solutions, these 2 solutions down. Then you're going to write these examples down before I now give you the remaining 3 as homework against tomorrow. And you are expected to get everything, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can start writing. Or do you want to finish this one first? Maybe you should finish this one first, then I'll bring up the other one. So when you're through with this one, you
No.
what do you say? What do you say?
No.
Okay.
I'll do that later.
Okay, do
I
this one.
wouldn't do.
Yeah, do this one. All right, viewers, thank you very much for watching. It's Year 7 Math. You can subscribe to this channel for future videos. Goodbye.